Driving an Uber and Lyft in January? Let's talk about how to survive the January slowdown. Hey everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to the Rideshare Guy. And today, let's talk about different strategies and things that you can do in order to prevent losing money during a slowdown time or a slow period like January and February, where many markets see a decrease in ridership. And usually that means you're going to take home less in terms of pay. So what can you do to avoid that? So before we get going, what are a couple of tips that you have? Comment below and let us know. And now let's talk about the flip side first. A few people watching this might be like, no. January and February are like the busiest times. And that's great. Some places do see that, especially the South and any of the ski areas. So if you are in a ski zone, or if you're in the South, like Florida, where people go to try to escape all the cold, well, you probably do see a pretty good amount of rides coming through, and you might not really have any issues when it comes to having problems trying to get rides and making money. But we're going to talk about the markets that do have the slowdown. And again, this is several markets, especially those in the north where it's colder. Not much is going on in the areas because of school or schools let out, like college towns and stuff like that. So what can you do in order to continue making money out on the road when there's not that many rides coming in? Now let's talk about a couple of the reasons why a slowdown in January and February does happen for several markets. First, holiday spending. A lot of people spent a lot of money during the holidays, either hosting parties, having parties, going out to parties, spending on gifts for family, friends, everything that is encompassed with the holiday season. A lot of people spend a lot of money. They tip a lot better usually as well too. And well, pockets just kind of get a little bit tighter around that time. Couple that with not as many events going on in the January, February timeframe, and people are just staying home more. Another reason is, well, New Year's resolutions. A lot of people are reevaluating what they're doing, where they're going, how they're doing things, and trying to make some changes. So New Year's resolutions can have a big impact. Also, budgets. A lot of people are implementing yearly budgets and start off in January and February, maybe following a budget or implementing a strategy for a budget. And another big reason why of a slowdown is because of bad weather. Several parts of the US do see snow, ice, wind, and people don't really want to go out, and other people don't really want to go and drive. So it can have a big impact on how many people are on the road and also how many people are looking for rides at that time. Now, just because there's a whole host of reasons why people might not be spending money on Uber and Lyft in January, you don't have to lose hope, because you got several different options to consider. We've said this many times before. We're going to say it again in this video, and you're going to hear it in the future. You want to try to be on as many platforms as possible. So in the event of a slowdown in, say, rideshare, something like food delivery, package delivery still can be an option where you can still make a lot of money and really not feel the impact of a slowdown when it comes to rideshare. So the first thing that you want to do is you really need to know your market. First, you need to know what's going on. When are the busy times? And you should be online during those times. So if it's real busy in your area during rush hour, well, get online for rush hour and do some driving then. Or the other thing that you can do too is make sure you pay attention to events that are happening in your area, like games or concerts or anything that might be drawing people to a particular area. And then make sure you're online and around that area at the time. Also, just know the busy times and the slow times. Stay offline during the slow times. Go online during the busy times. And again, you'll have more chances at getting rides coming in. It's all about implementing strategies and knowing the ins and outs of your particular market. But as I just said about a minute ago, you really need to make sure you're on as many platforms as possible. So when rideshare is slow, and let's say you only have available time when it is slow, well, you want to make sure you're on as many platforms as possible. So things like food delivery, Doordash, Uber Eats, anything that you have in your area that you could sign up for it. If you enjoy a certain company over another, well, just make sure you're online. But if it's slow, try to go online as many as possible. Things like Uber Eats, Uber Connect, Postmates, Amazon Flex, Instacart. There's a whole host of different platforms that you can go on in order to try to maximize the amount of jobs that you could take in a given time frame. And therefore, you're going to make more money even during slow times in rideshare. Even on top of that, if you don't want to go out because of bad weather or whatever it might be, and you kind of want to stay home, there are other work from home opportunities that you can find. So there's a lot of companies, especially right now with the pandemic going on, that you can find telecommunication work and work from home. So there are many different options that you can choose to take in the event that it gets slow out on the road and you're seeing that decrease in your take-home pay. The best thing that you want to do, again, make sure you're on as many platforms as possible, or even look for work from home opportunities, which can give you a pretty good pay, and you'll be able to continue making money even when it's slow out there on the road doing Uber and Lyft. And if you didn't comment before, comment. What do you do in the event that it's slow? What are some tips that you have for other people who are watching the video? Comment below and let us know. Thanks for watching. Drive safe, everyone.